What's up, guys? Becca Me is here, and here's a new series I will be doing on the channel called Smallville Histories. I know my video. I'm currently doing Spring Teenage Witch, and I'm currently doing Smallville, but I decided to put that in my put this series in my schedule. So this first episode will be about Lana Lang. I know what you guys are probably gonna say. Hey, Becca Mia, why is your first Simpsons history video not on on the Superman boy himself, Clark Kent? But I just decided to do Lana because this is really going to be a video called Why does Lana deserve the hate that she got? But I decided to do the history of Lana because it would be more suitable. So let's talk about the history of Lana Lang. Lana Lang was born. The sources that I checked out are the Smallville fandom, and they say Lana Lang was since Lana was 18 in season 18, she was in season at some point. She was probably born in the fall. So Lana was born in the fall of 1986 to Laura and Lewis Lang. So yeah, and she was only 3 years old when a meteor shower struck, killing both her parents. But she had no idea that meteor shower would change her life for the worst, but it also changed her life for the better because that's when she would meet Clark Kent. But Lana did not know that he was the reason why her parents were killed, and the reason why Clark did not tell her this was because she thought she would blame him for the meteor shower killing her parents. So, while Lana was a child, she had a friend named Emily Dinsmore, but unfortunately for Emily Dinsmore, she was killed at 10 years old when she was. I know that this is very dark, but she was killed at 3 years old 10 years old, I think, when Lana went to save her and she drowned. Yeah. So, and that's when, and also Lana became friends with Clark Kent, and she also was adopted by Aunt Nell, and she was also given a meteor rock necklace that Clark gave to her. That Aunt Nell gave to her, which Clark could not be around because of his Kryptonian heritage. So now we get into season 1. Season 1 started off with Clark trying to go up to Lana, but because of the kryptonite necklace, as I mentioned earlier in the video, he could not do so. And she also had a boyfriend named Whitney Fordman. I'll get to why Whitney was, what happened to Whitney at the end of the video and in the middle of the video why that happened. But so Lana dated Whitney for a while. She also, this is her. She also became She also quit the cheerleading team, but she also became a. She also worked at a coffee house. But after one day, she was fired. So that's when she became a little friend with Clark's best friend at the time, Lex Luthor, and they opened the Talon together. But it was a little hit and miss there. Lana was infected by the Nicodemus. This made her fall in love with Clark, reject Whitney, and get mad at Lex, which after she did, she could not remember anything, but Clark had to fill it in for her in episode 15 of the series. So, and then in the finale, everything changed for Lana. Whitney's father died, So Whitney had to go off and join the Marines. And this was because there was some real actor drama that the actor who played him, Eric Johnson, did not want to stay on the show. So they created this storyline, they created this ending for Whitney to have him go in a nice way. Yeah. But yeah. But with Whitney gone, Clark and Lana grew closer. In season 2, where it picks up right after, Lana, she was a little suspicious of Clark Little because she wanted to know why she survived the tornado. And because of Clark and Lex's friendship, Lana got closer to Lex. Yeah. And because of Lex's really, really pushing for Lana and Clark or Lana to be together. So, yeah. But that came crashing down when Whitney returned. But it was not Whitney, it was Tina Greer who wanted to become Lana in last season. I forgot to mention that. But this time she wanted to be with Lana. But now Lana had to realize that Whitney actually died. And that was, as I said, because Eric Johnson didn't want to be on the show anymore. So they had to find a way to write off his character. Unfortunately, by killing his character off. So, yeah. Lana was just sad. She thought that if she had not sent the breakup letter, his last words wouldn't have been of her. She blamed herself for Whitney's death, and she also fake dated a guy named Ian Randall who tried to kill her, but so she also because this is also a great thing. This is also a great season for Lana because in this season, Lana she had date. She also had she finally moved in with Lewis and she finally moved in with Gabe and Chloe Sullivan because Nell wanted to leave with her boyfriend Dean. She wanted to leave, and Lana didn't want to just leave her friends and family behind, so she decided to stay with Chloe. Yeah. And by the end of the season, Clark and Lana were finally together. But because of the loss of Jonathan and Martha's baby, because of Clark blowing up the spaceship using Lana's necklace, the homemade kryptonite that Lionel made, this just blew off Lana, and this just broke up Clark and Lana's relationship. But Clark, who was going under red kryptonite, who was going by Cal at the time, he just was an angry person. So Lana, who felt betrayed by Chloe for not telling her that Clark was Cal, that Clark was, that Clark, was yeah. And, yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah. And, so Lana, she goes to confront Cal, and Cal's like, hey, what are you doing here? And she's like, he's like, go away. She's like, no. He's like, get on. And Lana's like all confused about this. She's like, why are they calling him Cal? he yells at his own parents, saying that that he doesn't love them, and then she just pushes Lana all away. And when Clark comes back from the red kryptonite phase, the ring broke off, and he comes back from it. He's like, Lana, I'm sorry. And she's like, I don't know who that was, but that either it was you or it wasn't. So yeah. So in episode 14, I'm putting these in in moments. Clark and Lana finally ask each other out on a date. But because this is one of the not so greatest episodes, this is a great episode, but it's just not Chloe, who's under the effects of the parasite that affected her, kisses Clark, and Lana is just mad, and she's like, she's like, I get why Chloe was kissing you, but why were you kissing her back? And Clark attempts to give her a rose. But she gets mad, but she's able to forgive him because they cannot have Lana been mad at each other for long. And yeah, so then in episode 14, episode 14 wait, am I getting season confused? I'm sorry, that was episode 14 of season 2. This is episode 14, this is season 3. I got so confused, sorry. Actually, the real episode 14, I got confused. Episode 13, episode 14 of season 3, got confused. Don't mind that whole parasite thing, that was season 2, this is season 3. Clark gets a girlfriend named Alicia Baker, but Clark kind of said that they are one and the same, so she becomes obsessive over him. And she kind of, becomes obsessive over him and tries to kill Lana. But Clark's able to save her. She's put into Belle Reve, and she's not seen again until season 4. Yeah. So then Lana, at the end of the season, Lana announces that she's going to Paris, which yeah, and this is when fake Kara comes in. I'm calling her fake Kara, or the first Kara, aka Lindsay Harrison, is like, hey, Lana's gonna leave you, your friends are gonna betray you, and that's what happens with Lex. Clark discovers that Lex is actually doing secret info on him, and he's not happy about it. He's like, our friendship's over, I'm done. Yeah, and it even hurts them when he goes to see Lana with a flower, and that's when Clark, got zapped into the thing by Jarrell, and he wakes up to find, and Lois Lane, who played by Erica Durant, wakes up to find him, and he has no idea who he is. But this is about Lana, not Clark. I will do a video on Clark. But yeah, so Lana, while that's been happening, Lana has found a boyfriend again. His name is Jason T, and he's very obsessed with Lana's ancestor for some reason. And then Lana even gets a tattoo when she looks over her ancestor's tomb, and it's kind of like, who would put a tomb there? But so Lana comes back to Smallville. Clark, who fully has the memory back, saved Chloe, and because he and Lois, they saved Chloe, and yeah, but Jason, he comes back and he's like, Lana, I didn't come back to push you back to Paris. I came back to have a relationship. So in episode 3, this season is a big Lana and Jason thing, and Lana and Jason T totally date, and yeah. But in one episode, when Lionel and Clark switch bodies, Lionel, aka Lionel Clark, discovers the Jasona or Layson thing, Jasona. He discovers the Jason Lana thing, and Lana's like, whoa, I'm not gonna tell you, but Lionel, I'm not gonna tell you, but Lionel, he tries to put a little fork in there, and Lana's like, I cannot believe you, but unfortunately for Clark, when he gets to school next day, it's revealed that Lex got Jason fired. But Lana thinks it's Clark. So Clark's like, because Clark's like, Lex, why'd you do it? And he's like, cause Clark, we all know Lana and Jason aren't meant to be together. So yeah. So then Lana's ancestor takes over Lana's body for one episode. Then we meet, and after it's done, Clark destroys the book, releasing Lois, Chloe, and Lana from their spell. And then we meet Jason's mom, who for some reason Lana sees as her ancestor's greatest enemy in a dream that she had. And Jason's mom, and Jason totally believes that his mom put him and Lana there. So, okay, my phone always falls. So, yeah. So put him there. And that they were all together because of her. But they're actually villains. They're actually the villains. So, and they actually killed Bridget Crosby for his mom. Jason kills Bridget Crosby for his mom after he's working with Lex. He totally scares Lana. So when Lionel says that Lana, the chosen one, Mrs. Teague or Jenny goes to kill Lana, but Lana's ancestor possesses her one last time and kills Genevieve with this. Kills Genevieve, leaving her for Lana's body. And this should lead her and Danielle in Alexis' hand. And yeah. So, yeah. And Clark, and that's when the whole meteor shower happened. Lana sees a spaceship of General Zod and his men. Brainiac, not General Zod, but Brainiac and General Zod's army. And yeah. So then in season 5, while Clark is in the fortress, yeah, this is where he meets the fortress in Jor-El and the fortress version of Jor-El. Anna, she's like, dealing with, the stuff. And she's dealing with what she saw. They attack Lana looking for Kal-El or Clark, but they attempt to send Clark to the Phantom Zone. So yeah, I'm going to talk about episode 12, which is one of the best, but one of the not so greatest episodes of the show. Yeah, so Clark finally tells Lana his secret, which is great, but then Lana gets into a car accident with Lex, Jonathan went to San Jose, Lana dies, and Clark has to tell Lana, he's not telling Lana his secret, which breaks them up. But yeah, and But then in episode 16, one of the worst episodes of the show, in my opinion, because it breaks up Lana again, because Lex hired Simone to romance Clark and put Clark under her spell to break up Lana. And this kind of does what Lex wants, because he and Clark were already off friends at this point, I think, and that's why he did it. And Lex is also evil, so that just pushes Lana into Lex's arms. And season 6 is a whole bunch of, I'm gonna say crap, but it's a whole, I never saw it in the show, but this is the first time I'm gonna do it. It's a whole bunch of crazy crap that first time swearing, like second time, because it was on my subscribe channel, Eagle Fang channel. But yeah, so what happens in the season? Lex and Lana get together. Lex fakes a pregnancy. Lex makes Lana think she lost the baby. They get married. Lex and Lana. Lionel forces Lana to fake to marry Lex, or he'll kill Clark. Then this turns Lana into a dark version of herself. 7. I'm gonna say 7 because that's the number I'm going to. 7. She does a lot of things. She changes her name to Lana Luthor. Yes, this season is crazy for Lana. Because as I said, she marries Lex. Lex does what he does. He gets into her Lana is vulnerable. And Lex gets inside her head and makes her think that he is the one that she needs right now. And he's the messed up stuff. Lex does some messed up stuff. One, he makes her think she's pregnant, and then he makes her think she lost the baby. But then when Lana finds out that she wasn't actually pregnant at all, and the mammogram that she saw of her baby wasn't actually hers, that's turned Lana into Lana wanting to kill Lex, which I still think is dark. It is dark beyond belief. It is dark beyond belief. Lana has really changed, and Clark tries to get used to this new Lana. He tries to go out with her. He just can't deal with this Lana that always wants to kill Lex. And there's one episode where Lana gets the same powers as Clark, but she still wants to kill Lex. I get why, because Lex did some messed up stuff by making her think she was pregnant. Yeah, but then in season 8, in season 7, what Lana does is she writes that video message for Clark. They date. She writes that video message for Clark saying after Clark comes back, he sees a video message from Lana saying that he can't be right now, and she leaves. Which I think is one of the saddest moments of the show. But then in season 8, what happens is we learn that after the end of season 7, she was actually holding by gunpoint by Tessa Mercer, by two guards and Tessa Mercer. But she broke out. She cut her hair and she just had this whole revenge fantasy of killing Lex still. So she told the guy that helped her to pretend to be one of the Luthor Corp guys, which she did, and then Oliver found her, and by the time Oliver found her, it was Chloe and Jimmy's wedding, so she came back. Yeah, that's just kind of like a Lois season, because Lois was having those feelings for Clark, and she was kind of jealous that Lana was back. Because once Lana was back and you saw Lana and Clark together, she kind of left. So, yeah. So So, Lana comes back. She gets experimented to an exosuit that gives her superpowers enough to kill Lex. Lex, who's not played Michael Rosenbaum, because Michael Rosenbaum lost the show by this point, makes her do kryptonite radiation, to keep Clark and Lana apart forever. Lana says a sad goodbye, and that's when Lana's story comes to an end, because she never appeared after that episode called Requiem. Okay, so what do I think of Lana's story? I really think it's full of tragic happiness, tragedy again, love, and then tragedy because she had to leave the man that she loved because of Lex and his evilness. One thing I think why the other tragedy is because one, her first tragedy was losing her parents. Then the second tragedy was losing Whitney. Third tragedy was she thought that she had to say goodbye to Clark. Then she had another boyfriend named Jason Teague. He became kind of a villain, so she didn't know what happened to him. She thought both him and his mom died in the meteor shower. That's what she thought, and she didn't, Also, I forgot to mention, Lana had a father, a biological father named Henry Smiles, which for some reason they never use or mention again after Witness. I think that's the episode Witness. His whole deal is what he had a wife and a family. He had like a little thing with Lana's mom, and then when he found out about Lana, his wife got jealous of their bond and threatened Lana with divorcing him unless and Lana was like, oh yeah, I'll be with your wife. I'll see you again. Be with your wife. But he never showed up again. She's like, that's how you're gonna leave him, saying to be with his wife, even though his wife deserved to be in prison for trying to threaten a teenager. Lana's a teenager by that point. Yeah, his wife threatened a teenager, threatening to divorce her husband if threatened to divorce Henry Small if Henry Small didn't give up his only if he didn't give up on her. Like, who does that? I don't get that. Yeah, as I was saying about Lana's tragedy, she had a toxic relationship with Lex. Lex and Lana were good. I don't like them yet, but they were good. But Lex, he just did some evil stuff. He made her think she was pregnant. He faked a pregnancy. What do you think happened, Lex? That's why Lana became dark. Is because of what Lex did to her, and forcing her to become, using her vulnerability because Clark and Simone's breakup. Clark and Lana's breakup because of Simone. He used that to his advantage of breaking Lana and Clark up, using Simone to get Lana on his side. And Lana became annoying at the end of the season finale by saying, she didn't kiss Zod? Yeah. So, like, comment, subscribe because I have wonderful night, evening, and I'll see you next on the episode of Smallville Histories.